In today's wrap-up, Armenia's death rate has jumped by 30% in June. Armenia is set to import more petroleum from Kazakhstan, reducing dependence on Russia. The government has begun negotiations with Noubar Afeyan's Moderna to import COVID vaccines. Two opposition parties have called on the speaker to create a commission into the government's handling of the pandemic. And the armed forces have started the summer conscription of fresh recruits. In a meeting of ministers, Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan confirmed that Armenia's death rate shot up by 30% in the month of June, when the highest amount of COVID-19 deaths were recorded. Health Minister Vardan Petrosyan also revealed that the resuscitation wards are full, with only a handful of spaces left. He added that in total 650 patients are in serious condition. This comes as Armenia recorded 593 new cases of COVID-19, raising the total number of cases to 26,658. 473 recoveries were also recorded and 6 more deaths, raising the death toll to 459. In other news, thanks to a joint initiative by the World Health Organization and the European Union, 10,000 more COVID-19 test kits will be shipped to Armenia. Armenia is set to diversify its energy imports as the government approved a proposal to increase the amount of petroleum imported from Kazakhstan. According to the Minister of Territorial Administration and Infrastructure, Suren Papikyan, as both Armenia and Kazakhstan are members of the Eurasian Economic Union, Armenia will be exempt from customs duties, which will increase business activity. Deputy Prime Minister Tigran Avinyan stated that the agreement was 1.5 years in the making and will affect the gasoline market in Armenia. Presently, Armenia purchases nearly all of its oil from the Russian Rosneft company. Thus, this move to import petroleum from Kazakhstan will reduce Armenia's energy dependence on Russia, which is still exporting large amounts of natural gas to Armenia. Health Minister Vardan Petrosyan has announced that the Armenian government is negotiating with Noubar Afeyan's Moderna. Petrosyan stated that he personally spoke to Afeyan, who is the CEO of the company, which has been a frontrunner in the race for a vaccine. Negotiations are also underway with the World Health Organization and UNICEF, who are planning to evenly distribute the vaccines amongst the different nations of the world. Petrosyan added that the vaccine may be available in late 2020 or early 2021. The opposition Bright Armenia Party and the Prosperous Armenia Party have applied to the Speaker of Parliament, Ararat Mirzoyan, to create a commission to look into the government's handling of the pandemic. Both parties have criticized the government's handling of the pandemic as ineffective. Issues of restrictions on human rights and fundamental freedom have also been raised. The armed forces of Armenia have begun their summer conscription of new recruits. Many 18-year-olds in Armenia will now begin their mandatory military service, which lasts 2 years. The conscription process was delayed for 1 month due to the coronavirus pandemic. And finally, Սիվիլնեթ's Tatul Hagopyan in his op-ed writes about the reasonability of recognition of Nagorno-Karabakh's independence by Armenia or unification with Armenia. Hagopyan said, quote, "Recognition or annexation of Karabakh by Yerevan will mean that the negotiations are over, because they become meaningless when their final result is determined unilaterally. However, according to Hagopyan, Yerevan can resort to Karabakh's recognition in case of military aggression by Azerbaijan, like the one that happened in April 2016. Hagopyan stressed that it is more important for the Armenian side to achieve Karabakh's recognition through the OSCE Minsk Group mediator countries and the international community in order to make it irreversible. According to a public opinion poll survey conducted in February and March in Armenia by the CRRC, a polling think tank, 86% of respondents are for Nagorno-Karabakh's official unification with Armenia.